How's it going, gamers? Armin Jace here with another helpful hint for you today. Um, Today we're going to talk about using your remote raid passes effectively, and one of the best ways I have found to do that is through a third-party app called PokéRaid. Now, I'm sure a lot of you already live in range of gyms that you can get to easily, or you can see from wherever you're staying. You can just use your remote raid pass to jump in from there. But if you're anything like me, you work third shift and all the raids are done by the time you're awake or when you're just getting off work. Not going to be so easy to find raids. Now, this is a good example because, as you can see, it is 5:19 in the morning and raids typically don't start until 6 a.m. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use PokéRaid to find a raid that's going on somewhere else in the world. Now, I do want to note that PokéRaid is not officially endorsed by Niantic or the Pokemon Company, and there may be some interactions in the app. Since it is basically a third-party messaging app, there may be some interactions in there that are not suitable for children, so parental guidance is, of course, suggested. Now, to the matter at hand. First, you'll want to go ahead and have your Pokemon Go up and running, just for streamline's sake, and then we're going to switch seamlessly over to the PokéRaid app. As you can see, you've got a list here of different raids that are occurring all around the world. Looks like we've got some in maybe Spain, looks like Germany, Korea, possibly England, India, another one in Spain. You know, they'll be going all over the world. It's different time zones there, so different people are up. So what we're going to do is we will pick one of these raids. Let's see what looks like a good one. Let's go ahead and jump in here. Now, as you'll notice, it will bring up a list of everyone that's in the room as well as their levels. So what you will do is click to join the raid room. Now, when you do that, it will automatically copy the host's friend code into your phone's clipboard. So you dismiss this message here. You can switch back to Pokemon Go, go over to your friends list, hit add friend, and then paste the friend code from the clipboard, hit send. As you can see, the invite goes to the host. So then what you'll want to do is switch back to the raid room, leave a message in the raid chat that you are added and ready. Now, if the raid host is paying close attention, they may end up adding you immediately, or it could take a few minutes, just whenever they decide to look at their phone. Now, one of the things that's going to happen after this is they will send the remote raid invite, and if you're not familiar with this process, what will happen is this box down here in the bottom right corner, where your nearby Pokemon appear, this box will flash orange when you receive a raid invite. And as you just saw, the raid host accepted my friend request, and it looks like we've got more people in the room now. So we should be getting that raid invite pretty soon here. I've done a few of these over the last few days with actually decent success. Had one get away from me, but I did catch a shiny Lugia from Belgium, and I caught another Lugia from Israel. So with a good enough raid group, you can actually pull this off. It's one of the bulkier raid bosses, so you prefer to use as many high-level players as possible and make sure your Pokemon are maxed out if possible. Now, with that being said, if you are hosting a remote raid, you can only invite up to 5 people. And just as I said, that box flashed orange. I got the raid invite, and we are going to join this battle. Looks like in Germany. Go ahead and stick that raid pass in there. We do have 6 combatants currently. Now, another thing to note is Now, while you can only invite 5 people to raid remotely at a time, if you have multiple accounts there in person, both people can invite 5 people, so you could easily have a raid lobby with 12 people, 10 of which battling remotely, which of course is the limit for remote raids. Now, looking at the levels here, we've got a 32, a couple of 36s, and a couple of 40s. And we've got 126, which could be a problem, but hopefully not too much of one. I think that we'll have enough high-level players that we can easily take this Lugia down. And we will find out here in about 15 seconds. Now, I'm unfortunately used up all of my Mega Gengar energy, so I can't Mega Evolve that, but not a lot of players have been using Ghost-type Pokemon against Lugia that I've noticed in the last few days. Seems to be more along the lines of Dark types, which, sadly, I don't have enough Mega Houndoom energy to make that useful either. So that's not going to be a very viable strategy. And, of course, those are the only 2 Pokemon that are currently available that would be super effective against Lugia. And that's purely preying on the Psychic-type weaknesses. There are currently no Ice or Electric-type Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, nor are there Rock types, because Mega Aerodactyl has not been introduced to the game yet. So, tucking into the raid here, we have several Tyrannitars on the field, a couple of Darkrai, and a Gardevoir, possibly with Shadow Ball, I'm not sure. Or even a Charged Beam Quick Attack. That would do some decent damage. We are doing a good bit of damage to Lugia currently. It is down to about a 4... It's lost about a fourth of its HP, and we've still got 240 seconds on the clock. And it doesn't look like Lugia's charged attack is going to do very much damage to any of us at all. Now the Gardevoir has been knocked out and been replaced by an Ampharos. One of the Darkrai has fallen to be replaced by a Rhyperior. So those are definite improvements as far as damage capacity. Looks like my first Tyranitar is about to get knocked out. And there it goes. And in comes number 2. This one will have a better advantage because its Stone Edge charged attack is being weather boosted. We are doing a good bit of damage to this Lugia tonight, or this morning. It is down to almost half health, and we have 200 seconds remaining in the fight. The Rhyperior has been knocked out to be replaced by a Melmetal, and Alakazam has taken the place of the Ampharos. Still a Darkrai and a couple of Tyranitars carrying on the fight here. Lugia is now below the halfway point on its health. We have exactly 3 minutes left in the fight. I believe the Alakazam and Ampharos before it belonged to the level 26 player because there's now a Ninetales on the field. And that's kind of an odd choice against Lugia. There's no definite type advantages there. So I think they're just going with whatever their highest CP is. Or possibly even their buddy Pokemon. They may be trying to get that battle with your buddy for the day. Now, of course, as I mentioned before, with PokéRaid being a third-party app, it's not endorsed by Niantic or the Pokemon Company. However, everything that goes on with regards to adding people as friends from around the world, it's actually perfectly legal, so there's no need to worry about spoofing accusations with these. Just explain to people, hey, I added somebody from this country or this country, and they invited me to join a remote raid, because there's currently no distance limit on those remote raid passes, so you can literally raid anywhere in the world, and I've proven that over the last few days by conducting raids in places like Israel and India and Germany and Belgium. Looks like we're winding down to the end of the battle here. Got just over a minute and a half left, and Lugia is very low on health. Got my own Melmetal out in the fight here, and it's packing a punch with double thunder moves. And we are just about done here. Yep, that was the kill shot. So this Lugia is being knocked out. We're going to see what its CP shrinks down to and see how good of a Pokemon we've got. 2059. It's a decent CP range, but it's not the best I've ever caught. So there may be a bit of a struggle for me to catch this. There may not. It also depends on whether or not it's shiny. And it is in fact not shiny. So for those of you who do not know, shiny legendary raid bosses are an instant catch. As long as you make contact with that ball, it will instantly catch them on the first ball. Now, with this one not being shiny, it's of course going to take probably a little bit longer. I did have one that actually escaped from me the other day, but then yesterday morning I had one that ended up being a critical capture. Got a little bit of a lag on the spin there. I've been noticing that's been a problem here lately in the last few updates. There's been just a little bit of a lag when you're trying to do a curveball. It's only a nice throw there. And it breaks out. Excellent curveball on that one. We'll see if that stays. And it did not. Oh, this Lugia is going to be especially difficult for me this morning. Wow, and my ball just got stuck right at the top of the screen, did not complete the throw. That's that curveball lag coming back into play, and it's coming back to haunt me. This is not one of my easier catches. Nothing there. This curveball lag is getting pretty intense. Almost lost it again there. Now, for those of you that are wondering what I'm doing while I'm just sitting there spinning it for so long, one of the methods that I've noticed for catching is that sometimes it's easier to catch if it is right after the Pokemon makes its attack animation, which in this case, Lugia dives and then does a backflip. So when it comes off of the tail end of that backflip, that's usually the best time for the ball to make contact. Now, of course, this isn't guaranteed by any means. I've just noticed that there's been moderately more success in those instances. And you see there, the ball made contact right when it was recovering from the backflip. And then it shook once and broke out. It seems I am going to miss out on this Lugia, which is frankly tragic, because I'm really interested to know exactly where this Pokemon is from. And it did catch on the fourth from the last ball. So we'll take a look here. There it is. I have a 2059 CP Lugia, and it is in fact from Belgium and does have its signature move of Aeroblast. So once again, everyone, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this video has been informative for you. Hopefully it will help you find more remote raids to join in on. Of course, Niantic is still currently giving us one free raid pass every Monday. So you can take advantage of that, go do some raids from somewhere else in the world. If this video helped you, make sure to drop a like down below, maybe leave a comment. And that's all for me for this morning. I'm gonna head inside and head to bed. Until next time, I am Armin Jace. See you.